Hi guys, my name is Bethany and this is a Faye in the Life. Today I'm going to be telling you about our 7th surprise HelloFresh box. We actually got this box free because we had some credits, so we used those credits to pick 2 recipes that we got in our box this week. I'll show you what was in our box and give you a quick cook through of each of the recipes, as well as let you know what we thought of both of them at the end of the video. Here's what was in our box this time. We chose the Tuscan-Spiced Shrimp and Chicken Sausage Cavatappi Bolognese. As always, the ingredients are in the bags and the proteins are kept separate. Tonight we're having Tuscan-Spiced Shrimp with pesto couscous, blistered tomatoes, and zucchini. For the Tuscan-Spiced Shrimp, we have zucchini, basil pesto, couscous, veggie stock concentrate, sliced almonds, Tuscan heat spice, tomatoes, and shrimp. I washed and dried the produce before cutting everything up. I combined the stock concentrate with water and brought to a boil in a pot with the couscous. I covered it and reduced to a simmer until done. I cooked the zucchini until just tender, then added in the tomatoes. Once done, I set those aside. I added the Tuscan heat spice to the shrimp and mixed well. I then added this to a pan and cooked until done. When the couscous was finished, I added the almonds and 3/4 of the pesto and mixed that up well. Then served everything on a plate and topped the shrimp with the remaining pesto. Tonight we're having chicken sausage cavatappi bolognese. For the chicken sausage cavatappi bolognese, we had cavatappi pasta, chicken stock concentrate, Italian seasoning, onions, sour cream, Parmesan cheese, tomato paste, zucchini, and sweet Italian chicken sausage. I washed and dried the produce before cutting everything up and placed the zucchini on a baking sheet along with some that I already had on hand. I seasoned that with Italian seasoning and roasted those in the oven at 450. I had a pot of salted water coming to a boil and added the cavatappi to that once boiling. In a pan over medium heat, I cooked the onions until just tender, then added in the chicken sausage and cooked until done. The pasta had finished cooking, so I drained that and set it aside and saved 1 cup of the pasta water. I added the stock concentrate to that and whisked it well. In the chicken sausage, I went ahead and added the Italian seasoning, tomato paste, and the stock concentrate in water and mixed well. I simmered this until slightly thickened, then added a little almond milk instead of the sour cream. I then added the zucchini, the Parmesan cheese, and the pasta and mixed so the sauce coated everything. I then divided into bowls and topped with the rest of the Parmesan cheese. So what did we think of this box? For the Tuscan spiced shrimp, the spices smelled really great while it was cooking, but the flavor just didn't come through in the final meal. There was no heat for being a Tuscan heat spice. The pesto and the couscous were delicious as always. Overall, both Brandon and I gave this 2 stars. The chicken sausage cavatappi bolognese was another favorite this week thanks to the chicken sausage. The cavatappi was a fun and different pasta and gave a really great texture to the dish. Overall, Brandon and I both gave this 3 stars. Now that we finished our HelloFresh trial, I can give you our overall review of the entire process. I love the idea of meal delivery and saving myself a trip to the grocery store every week. I love that with HelloFresh you can plan out what meals you're going to be getting in your box, and especially being on WW, we could put ingredients into the recipe builder and figure out what our points would be ahead of time. I love that we got to try some new things that maybe we wouldn't have tried otherwise. I think if you're new to cooking and you're not quite sure sure what flavors go together or maybe how to do certain things, that HelloFresh was really helpful for that, since it put meals together with different flavor combinations and different processes of cooking. If you want to try new things or new ways of cooking, I think that HelloFresh can be a really fun option to do that. Overall, most of the produce that we got was really great quality. However, the few times that we did get rotten produce or produce that came in prepackaged fruit cups, we were really disappointed. Fortunately, HelloFresh customer service was really great and they gave us the credits, which are what we use towards this final box. I think that for us, HelloFresh would be easier to incorporate long term if we were not following the WW plan or if we didn't have picky eaters at home. A lot of the recipes I had to make different substitutions for or leave ingredients out altogether. A lot of times we had to add more produce than what was provided just because we like to bulk up our meal with our 0-point produce. So I think for us being on WW, HelloFresh just didn't make sense for us to continue. The boxes that we got were 3 meals for 4 portions each, so a total of 12 meals per box. Our price was about $110 with shipping, and during our first 6 weeks, we did have a coupon code that we used. At face value, it does seem a little pricey. However, with the rising cost of groceries, the added convenience of not having to go to the grocery store at all, it broke down to about $9 per meal, which was definitely cheaper than eating out, especially for us as a family of 4. Some meals we even stretched to 6 servings instead of 4 just to lower the points, such as a lot of the pasta dishes. So that way we had leftovers for lunch too and got even more value out of the box. By the time we rolled around to the 7th box, some of the recipes started repeating themselves. I think that if they had had more options that fit into our lifestyle of having picky eaters or being on WW, I think that we might have continued with HelloFresh. However, as it stands, we were having to add too much extra produce and we were having to make too many substitutions due to different tastes in order to make it worth it for us. I am really glad that we finally tried HelloFresh out. I had been wanting to try it for so long, and I'm so glad that WW offered that flexibility where we were able to try some different types of recipes and get some new ideas to add into our weekly meal rotation. If you're not a picky eater or you don't have dietary restrictions, I highly recommend giving HelloFresh a try, especially if you're looking to spice up your usual dinners or try something new. I do have a code in the description box below if you want to give HelloFresh a try, and you'll get some money off. And I would love if you would comment down below if you've tried HelloFresh for yourself and what you thought of this video series. We would love to try some other meal delivery services, so if you have any recommendations, leave them in the comment box down below. Otherwise, I think we're gonna take a break for now, and I'm gonna be focusing more on my own recipe content and putting that out for you guys. So make sure you subscribe for new videos every week. Thank you for stopping by today, and I hope to see you guys again real soon. Bye.